E3 starts this week, and here are some things we expect to see coming from Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. Hi, I'm Jamie Segura, and this is your Press Pause Daily. Starting off with Microsoft, the one thing we can be sure they won't be talking about is their next-gen system. They'll probably spend a lot of time reiterating that they won't be saying anything about it. Some things we think they will be talking about, though, are a price cut for the current 360 bundles, as well as talking up the Kinect more. There's also a good chance of a new Kinect sports title to coincide with this summer's Olympic Games. We also expect them to talk up upcoming games including Halo 4, the next Forza game, and of course Fable: The Journey. Microsoft also has first dibs on some big DLC, so expect them to trot out the Skyrim Dawnguard DLC and possibly a look at DLC for the upcoming Black Ops 2. It has been confirmed that we will hear about the next Gears of War game, and there's also a good bet that Epic will be showing off their next Unreal Engine as well. Microsoft has also been pushing the entertainment side of the 360, so expect them to show more video and entertainment options. And it's also a good bet that they'll show off some sort of cloud functionality as well. In the absence of any big hardware announcements this year, look for Microsoft to really push their exclusive games and DLC as a way to stand out against the competition. Next up, we have Sony. Though there are rumors that the next PlayStation system could be out next year, it's a good bet that Sony probably won't be talking about new systems any more than Microsoft will be. One thing you can bet that Sony will be pushing hard is the Vita, so expect to hear many game announcements. There's also the possibility that we'll hear about a brand new game title, but a new Vita game in one of Sony's many AAA franchises is more likely. There are also rumblings that Sony will be revamping its PlayStation Plus service and expanding it to cover the Vita as well. It might also mean that they plan to overhaul the PlayStation Store, though that isn't as certain. On the PS3 front, expect to hear about many upcoming games. We mentioned earlier this week about announcements from Quantic Dream, but expect to also hear more details for the upcoming games Last of Us and God of War Ascension. Lastly, as with Microsoft, Sony will more than likely talk about cloud gaming, with some rumors talking about a partnership with Dave Perry's Gaikai. And of course, it's also true that Sony will also make a price cut to the PS3 as well. There is a chance that they'll even drop the price down to the $199 magic price point. On the other hand, there's little chance that Sony will drop the Vita price, but expect them to announce many new bundles to offset the high price. As with Microsoft, in the absence of a new system announcement, Sony will push their exclusive games as well as really heavily pushing the Vita with more games to get gamers excited about their handheld. Lastly, we have Nintendo, and unlike the other two, they actually do have a new system to pimp, so expect them to be spending the most time talking about the system. We will most likely hear about the final system specs and many of the games we can expect to see at the launch, though there is a good chance that they won't announce the system's price point here. On the game side, expect to see footage of games like Pikmin 3, a new F-Zero, and more than likely a new console Mario game. There's also a chance that we'll see a new game from Retro Studios. It's possible that it could be Metroid 4, but we sort of doubt it. Nintendo will surely be touting the many third-party games that'll be making their way to the new console. This is something they need to do to show that they can carry the big franchise titles just as well as Sony and Microsoft. Expect to see quite a few games such as Assassin's Creed 3, Aliens Colonial Marines, Ninja Gaiden 3, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Also, we expect to hear more about the system's use of near-field communications as an added bonus to the system as a whole. On the 3DS front, expect to see more about the new Super Mario Bros. Game, as well as the next Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion 2, Paper Mario 3DS, and maybe even a few surprises. We expect Nintendo's conference to be heavily pushing the Wii U, with a few big 3DS titles to round out the show. This is Nintendo's show to lose, as they really need to convince people that they need to upgrade to their new system. Well, that is it for what we predict to be at this week's E3, but guess what? You can check back all week and see what really went down. So if you want to do that, go to presspause.mevio.com and don't forget our YouTube channel at youtube.com/presspausemedia.